is up, you guys, and welcome to the Chosen League podcast, where fire sports content is the name of the game. I'm your host, Devon, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you guys about last night's playing game, the Sacramento Kings versus the Golden State Warriors. But before we get into all that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. Let's get into it. Sacramento Kings, Sabonis, Keegan Murray, De'Aaron Fox, Ellis. I can go on and on naming all these players, but the Sacramento Kings have defeated Golden State Warriors. Honestly, the Kings was on a revenge tour because if you know, the Warriors knocked them out of the playoffs last year. So now them coming back, and also this is gonna blow your mind. Chris Paul, CP3. This is the first time in a long time he's been out of the playoffs since 2010. Since 2010. But question for discussion, what are your thoughts on the Kings' chances of making the playoffs? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the Kings making it to the playoffs. What are their chances? What are the odds for the Kings to get in the playoffs? And we're going to start off with the Sacramento Kings. So first off, we got De'Aaron Fox, 24, 4 and 6. Keegan Murray, he was really on fire last night. 32 points, 2 steals, 9 rebounds. Um, and the reason why I say he was on fire because he hit back-to-back three-pointers in the first quarter. Ellis with the steal, which created that fast break. He ended up getting fouled at the rim in the first quarter, went to the free throw line and made both of his free throws. Uh, it was a game. It was a game where the Kings were playing at home, and the Kings weren't going to let the city down. They weren't going to let their fans down. They weren't going to let themselves down as a team because they faced a team like Golden State once before, and they knew that this is our opportunity to get into the playoffs. The dynasty is pretty much over for Golden State. After this loss right here, it's a possibility it could be over. But Kings came to play. They played with that dog mentality, played extremely well defensively. They shot 43% from the field. Their largest lead was 26. They shot 93% from the free throw line, 49 rebounds, 10 steals, 28 assists, 12 fast break points. Fox made a mid-range shot in the first quarter to get himself going, and then he also made a three-point shot in the third quarter. And that was towards the end of the third quarter. So there was like at least 1 or 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And he really he was setting the bar high. He was like, okay, let me show y'all what we can do. And Sabonis really played well. He played extremely well, getting those putback shots. Sabonis plays really physical, and he really can, post up and have that foot. He has great footwork. He just gave them boys crazy work last night. That's what happened. And the Kings, like I said, the Kings were hungry. They wanted to win this game. They understood their assignment. Same with the Lakers. As I talked in my previous episode about the Lakers beat the Pelicans, and what they needed to do was have that same approach that they had in the last game against the Pelicans, but take it to a higher level. That's what the Kings did. They played at a high level. They played to their standards, and they played their style of basketball. They didn't play out of their element. De'Aaron Fox doing what he does best, attacking the basket. He did pretty much all of that, attacking the basket, making it hard, and they made it harder for Golden State. They played well, locking down the paint, and they played well on the perimeter defense. They made sure that they made it pretty much difficult for the Golden State Warriors. And now moving on to the Golden State Warriors, Stephen Curry, 22, 2 and 4. Moses Moody, 16, 1 and 3. Draymond, made a three-point shot. So that was the first shot for the Warriors to get them on the scoreboard. So that was in the corner. And then Andrew Wiggins also shot one in the corner in the game, and that got them going. But sadly for the Warriors, a player that we miss is none other than Gary Payton II. Gary Payton II, his his presence, his play style, and what he brings to this team was missed because he is a great defensive player and he's a disruptor. He really can get in there. He could have been, if he was playing, he would have gotten a lot of steals for the Golden State Warriors if he would have played. But sadly, he was out due to injury. Um, Warriors needed. That's why the Warriors struggled. The Warriors struggled offensively. Trying to they needed to do a better job of securing the basketball, and that's why it led to so many turnovers. They had a total of 16 turnovers. 16. That's not good. They shot 31% from three. They had 42 rebounds. They had 40 points in the paint. So they were pretty much Kings and the Warriors were pretty much even when it came to points in the paint. They had Warriors had 19 assists. Curry done doing what he does best. Unanimous MVP was showing off the range as he normally does. He just does the impossible every single time. And he got fouled. He got fouled at 3-point line and made the shot. Draymond Green on one hand, he really was getting it going himself, defensive player of the year. And also it was a real tough struggle for Klay Thompson. No points, 0 points, and he only played 32 minutes. And it's hard when you're trying to get into a rhythm because he's got this going on, his performance, and then now it's getting close to this is free agency, and what is Klay Thompson gonna do? Is he gonna stay with the Golden State Warriors, or he's gonna you know leave and go to another team? Because there's been talks about him going to the Knicks. There's been talks about him on the Lakers, and Steve Kerr said we really need Klay Thompson. We really need Klay back. That's what he said in the press conference after the game. And it was just it was just a struggle. Honestly, this could be getting to the point where the Warriors dynasty, you say that the Warriors dynasty is over. It it's really come down to this. It's a possibility. And the thing about it is the Warriors really played the best that they can play. They played their style of basketball. Both teams did. And, but it's only one team that comes out on top. And I just think that the Warriors didn't have, if their guys were probably healthy and they had, probably some extra players, they probably would have been fine. But honestly, the Warriors just weren't in sync offensively because they didn't secure the ball well. And defensively they did all they can, but the Kings were just too great for them. The Kings were on a mission, and you know the Kings are, like I said, the Kings are hungry. They know what to expect. They know how it felt losing to Golden State in the playoffs. So now you're working towards that goal of getting in the playoffs. Your goal is to get in the playoffs. Now that loss, you take it as motivation, and that's your motivation. You're using that as fuel as to not to get yourself in that situation. So the Kings end up coming out on the good end, and Warriors came out on the bad end. That's just the name of the game of sports. You win some, you lose some. But anyways, that is all for today's episode. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. I'm Devon, and I'm signing off.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show.